Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Surajo of MovieMusings, and today I'll be reviewing The Hunger Games, which was released March 22nd of 2012. It's an action drama, and the premise of the movie is this: there's a capital, and around the capital there are districts, and each district represents a different kind of lifestyle. Like there's an impoverished district, there's a well-off district. So what happens is that every year there's a competition, and in this competition, two members from each district, a male and a female, is elected to go and compete in the competition called the Hunger Games. It's a survival of the fittest competition. Kill every opponent, including whoever comes from your district, and be the sole survivor to win it. Now, it's not really ironic, but the interesting, I guess, the twist to this story, because it's not really a new story, but the twist to the story that was kind of controversial is that the competitors are children. So I guess the controversy was building around the idea of having children on screen slaughtering other children was kind of might have been sending the wrong message to children watching the film. The story's been told before. It's not really that unique of a story. In this one in specific, a little girl is elected from a specific District 12, but the girl's so young that her sister empathize and offers herself as a tribute and replace for her. But her sister is kind of more well equipped to compete in this competition, and she goes to the competition. You know, there's like this big show. It's kind of a way that the hegemony or the powers that be keep the little man occupied, and they kind of keep like this competition going on between the districts, so that the districts don't really realize that there's a power structure there at the capital that's kind of controlling everything. So it's like a way to keep them occupied doing ridiculous things, such as this competition. And you could tell that it's hinting that this is a trilogy. There's apparently 3 books to this collection, so I'm assuming there's going to be 3 movies. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how this is going to play out, because they're already hinting at an uprising in this one. This is the first movie. So I'm trying to figure out how an uprising is going to continue into 3 additional movies, considering the uprising in the first movie is kind of, there's a specific District 11 that's kind of rioting like on a large scale already. So I'm imagining that the riots are going to cascade through all the districts until there's a huge rebellion from the districts that floods into the capital and seizes the power from the capital. I kind of can foresee that's what's going to happen. I'm just trying to figure out how the writer managed to stretch this out between 3 books. This movie is not that different. The concepts, well, not really the concept, but the theme of the movie is not that different from The Matrix, meaning there are people who are blind to the power structure, to the people in power, and what the people in power are doing to keep those who aren't oppressed. And at some point, the people start to wake up and will start to reclaim their rights as human beings. So that's kind of like the premise of this film that I can foresee into the other movies or into the other books, that there might be some huge uprising in which there will be a claim to the power structure, you know, telling them that they're human beings as well. And overall, I would rate the movie. I personally would rate the movie an A-, just because like the number one defining factor for me in rating movies is usually the plot. Now I know there are no new stories out there. The only thing that you can do with a story is tell it in a more unique way. And in regards to this story, the only unique thing about it, in my opinion, was the fact that the competitors for such a gruesome game were children. So aside from that aspect of it, I didn't really find anything unique about the story. The acting was great. The acting wasn't bad at all. Stanley Tucci was in it. He was a host for the Hunger Games. He kind of, it's because in the capital it's kind of like this big tournament, and it's televised within all the district, and he's like the host of the competition, and he had like blue hair. It was really weird. Like, it was a weird character for me to see Stanley Tucci play. Oh yeah, like I said, overall I would rate it an A-. I'm not saying that it was a horrible movie, but But I kind of like was expecting a lot more, considering that it has like a huge following. Well, the book series has a huge following, so I was imagining that this story was like some kind of epic story. I don't ever plan on reading the book at all. I'm more of a visual person. I like seeing stories told on the screen instead of like sitting and sitting and reading a book for days on end. I understand that there are more details that probably are left out, but I'm wondering if the details left out were that so significant that they would have made this, it would have made a dramatic difference for the way this story could have been told. There was a really sad part though, where there's a little girl from District 11. She died. It was really, really sad because she was so innocent, and you could tell like she didn't belong in the competition. But it was like each district offers up their children, whichever name is called, they offer them up between the ages of, I believe, 12 and 18. Imagine 12-year-olds are put in a competition in which they have to kill other people. It's kind of crazy. Yes, overall, I'll rate it an A-, and thank you for watching us here at Movie Musings, and take care.